Nixie tubes. They're fucking amazing. You got the IN 12s, the IN 14s, the IN 18s. They're all just they look amazing. I I have witnessed Nixie tubes throughout my life, and I never thought, you know what? I should fuck around with them. Which, well, initially, honestly, that probably would have been a good idea to not do that. But now I am a certified moron. So, like, you know, fancy schmancy shit. I decided to make myself a quick Nixie clock. I'll get this right. Wow. The fan noise is quite noticeable while it's running, but that is to prevent it from overheat the resistor that makes sure this thing doesn't that the Nixies actually run at the right amperage, don't fuck over themselves, which is quite important in this case. But yeah, this thing took quite a while. Honestly, it's quite in retrospective. If I had known all these things, this could have been quite an easy process. But I'm an idiot, and I didn't know these things, which is just yeah. Nixie tubes or a cold cathode, which are type of cold cathode tube, are just actually just yoink one out here real quick because these are all socketed. It's this cute little thing made in the Soviet states. These ones specifically, I imported from Ukraine. It's probably one of the last places that you can still get like old new stock of Nixie tubes, or at least what I'm assuming is old new stock. Most likely is at least partially used and just yoinked out of some sort of machine that was previously running it. So I decided, hey, you know what? These things are fucking awesome. My Stream Deck is a nice clock and all, but we got to go fancy. So that's basically what I did. When I saw Nixie tubes, I was definitely not expecting them to run off 170 volt power. That was definitely the first thing that I was like, is this motherfucker gonna be like pulling so much goddamn power that I'm just like not gonna be able to realistically do it? I'm gonna need some sort of custom, absolute, like just some jank ass power supply that's super custom and like extremely expensive. Luckily, no. Luckily, AliExpress, as usual, came to save the day with cheap bullshit that actually works quite surprisingly well. At least electronics-wise, AliExpress is generally decent. You can get a good amount of stuff there that will save your ass most of the time. I will actually I'll probably put down links in the description on where I bought all this stuff if those listings still exist. But if it wasn't for AliExpress, this project would not have happened, as the RTC and most of the power circuitry was all yoinked off of AliExpress to simplify everything. So yeah, I have my very simple power board here. All we have basically USB PD trigger board, which theoretically should be asking for fucking 12 volts, but realistically, power supplies are going to be giving it 9, or USB PD like bricks are going to give it 9. And that goes off to the boost converter and the buck converter. Not boost and buck converter, but they're two different fucking converters. I may have fried this thing a few times. Yeah. So let's start talking about the one that I have used a lot more. This little motherfucker is just a simple, you input, I think it's between 12 and 24 volts, you get out less than that, and it's stable. So this thing is just set to 5 volts and just powers all of the logic circuitry, which we will get to later. Then we have this little motherfucker. Honestly, I am impressed with how tiny it is, but that was before. Well, I was impressed, and now I realize, oh shit, that's 12 mil or 15 milliamps that this thing is theoretically running at. It's not going to be really an issue. It's really just super simple. I think this is the boost converter one, or it's the flyback. I'll probably have it somewhere on the screen, whichever one it was. But yeah, that basically, it just, the whatever voltage the USB-C gives just goes into these two, and then it outputs into this fancy little cable. Black is ground, red is 5 volt, yellow is high voltage enable, because safety and shit. White is the scary 170. Ooh. And the fan is literally just directly plumbed directly into the output of this, which means whatever voltage you give it is what it's going to be running at. And under 9 volts, it starts sounding very pissy. Well, let's go to the next very important piece, which is the actual logic board itself. Luckily, when I was designing this, I fucked up so many times that I have mastered the art of taking this thing apart. And I can show you a few of my fuck-ups along the way and how to not fuck up, because it's a good idea. Yeah. We will show you the beautiful idea of how you can do Nixies a little bit later. Or how I did my Nixies. So we have pretty simple board. I will have all the Gerber files and all that shit, probably Fusion 360 file, if I can find a way to export it or share it or bullshit like that. But yeah, these chips, you can technically find them. I had my sources for getting them, so I luckily got them basically just for free, which was amazing because they're normally, these things are like $5 a chip, so $30 just for free. And then these, actually don't know. I'll put up a price here. Yeah. And there's just a nano controlling the whole thing, some lazy bastard who didn't want to have to actually do proper timing circuitry off of this RTC or find a chip for it. Why is there a screw there? Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just these 6 chips are the actual drivers themselves. You give them a 4-bit input, and they just output that to the Nixies. These chips are actually memory chips. They're, I believe, 4 bits too. And yeah, yes, they're 4-bit D flip-flops. Yes, words, yes. Basically, this bastard tells this chip, oi, set the hour second digit to this, and it does it. And that stores it, and then it tells it to the next one. So it'll only like set it, but it won't reset it once it stops communicating. So it updates it in a line or loop. Yeah. Also, all the code should also be in the description. And then these little motherfuckers just read whatever the current state of this is, and it outputs it. Pretty simple. These are just connectors to actually connect to the Nixies. On the back here, we have bodged wire number 1 and bodged wire number 2. And comically large resistor, which technically you don't need, but I like overcompensating for wattage. This is just the power connector, and this is as labeled RTC. This wire was me fucking up and realizing, oh shit, I kind of fucked up when I was copying pasting the line that's supposed to run all the fucking 170 volt. So the first one, I think this one is actually connected to the thing, and then the rest is just bodged together using that wire. And this is, oh shit, once in a while, because I forgot to fucking pull the reset line to a state, sometimes fucking air, the cosmic rays will, or me going around it with, like, just moving around it because electrical fields are fuckery and it causes sometimes this thing to think that there's supposed to be a 0 here. So until the next time that this motherfucker tells it, oh, here's your digit, it'll set it to a 0. Which I tried solving it by just sending this more often. Instead, it just gave off a horrendous flicker effect. So, solution, just make it so it doesn't randomly reset. It's a very novel idea. Yeah. And then just this thing, just RTC, go in socket. It's pretty simple. Yeah. Let's head over to this beautiful collection of Nixie tubes, which is more... this mid plate kind of just exists here because I needed a way to easily mount everything, and basically this entire design was bodged together. I kind of designed piece by piece, slowly realizing, oh shit, I need this too, and I need this, and I need this, until eventually, oh yay, I have a semi-functional thing, which took way too fucking long. Yeah. Design-wise, it took about 3.5 months, and well, design and manufacturing wise, and then conceptually this started around a year ago when I saw, oh shit, these things are like $30 for 6 Nixies and some sockets, and you can just, sure, they take 2 months to arrive, so let's fucking buy them and do shit with them. Yeah. The actual Nixies themselves, it's basically just, there's one pin for inputting the 170 volt, and then there is a bunch of pins that are just, are they currently grounded or not? And that's what this chip does. It just grounds one of the pins. So the voltage isn't actually going through the chip itself, really. It's going through a path to ground, which means these motherfuckers don't fry. Because all this is running off 5 volt. This entire logic board is just, yeah, that's the reason why we need the fancy 5 volt regulator. Now that we have done that, let's quickly build this thing back up to its former glory. Quick, another one of my fuck-ups was my genius thought, let's just put this RTC basically as far as it can, kind of just like center it somewhere around this, like, you know, small issue. When the RTC is in, if this motherfucking screw would come out, slight interference with getting this bolt to actually, or like the standoff collection, the standoff pile, to actually stand. So yeah, I ended up just kind of throwing a screw in there. There's supposed to be 4 screws holding it. I do in fact have a V2 that I will upload if you don't want to have to deal with doing the bodged wires and you're stupid enough to want to do this dumb shit yourself. That has none of the issues that I have described today, and all of the simplicity. So you literally just have to solder everything and you're done, theoretically. Most of this thing is, all the chassis components are all 3D printed because, yeah, I love my Bamboo A1 and I will fight anyone who says that it's a bad printer, which I don't know if there would be anyone. But this thing, I love the fucking effect sheet. Oh. I did not know that it wobbled less than my usual PI plate. But yeah, it's basically a sticker you put on a plate, and it give the beautiful surface. I did have to enable a specific setting to make it so it printed in a pattern that kind of aligned with the carbon fiber design itself. Because if I didn't, the thing would look horrendous because of slight, just the fact that the filament's kind of shit, and I'm a cheap bastard. Yeah. So yeah, this is just basically just a quick video showing off this amazing looking thing that I will now have replacing my Stream Deck as an actual proper clock. So it look nice, and I can tell what fucking time it is in the middle of the night when I'm procrastinating. Fuck no. I love screwing things at a weird angle and fucking everything up. Yeah. So if you want me to, for some godforsaken reason, actually make like a more in-depth view of like why shit works the way it is, and not just give you a materials list and the shit that I'd used to build this thing, I don't know, comment or some engagement shit like that. Motherfucker, get the hell in there. There we go. Yeah, we have our beautiful thing. And I don't know. This fan was literally I sometimes I just have fans just lying around here. I don't know. I sacrificed a fan for this. You just need a 40 milli fan. I'll have the actual height and whatever in the Google Doc or whatever I make. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, and that other YouTube bullshit. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my 3 months of hair pulling insanity just to get fancy incandescent bulbs that are just layered in strips. Just to light up and tell me what time of fucking night it is as I procrastinate doing anything ever, because that's life, I guess. Well, yeah. Hope I see you soon. Goodbye.